How's it going, everybody on YouTube? It's Haight here, coming back at you with another Titanfall 2 video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of a sneak peek that JFresh at Respawn gave us about the upcoming server update coming to us shortly. To start off, new logging to report player connection quality to help us track down reports of laggy games and disconnects. This is something I've definitely been experiencing myself firsthand, so I'm glad to see they're looking into that. Number 2, drastically reduce requirements for match loss protection. Increased chance of not receiving a match loss for joining a game late that we do not expect you to win. This is something I'm all for as well. I personally don't care too much about the win-loss ratio, but it is nice to see that people who really do focus on this sort of thing aren't losing games that they had no chance of winning in the first place. Number 3, increase direct pilot hit damage for the Gravity Star. I'm not a Gravity Star main myself, but I think it's going to be something cool for the people who do use the Gravity Star if they hit a pilot directly with it. It should be a one-shot kill. I know right now you can hit somebody with a Gravity Star, and unless they don't get out of the gravity bubble or they take incoming damage from a third source, they don't die. So this is nice to see that they're going to change that. Also, increased damage on the flatline, R97, Spitfire, L-Star, Double Take, EPG, and Thunderbolt. This is a massive buff to a lot of weapons. I'm surprised to see them buff so many weapons at once, so they must feel that there is a reason and a need to do this. Personally, I didn't think the flatline really needed a buff. It's pretty deadly in the right hands as it is. R97 as well, I feel that's pretty much in line with where it should be. Now, the Spitfire definitely needed some changes. Spitfire is pretty garbage compared to how powerful it was in Titanfall 1, so I think that will be a welcome change. Now, the L-Star, I don't necessarily think that the L-Star needs a damage buff. I feel mainly it needs a rate of fire increase. I don't have a hard time killing people with the L-Star due to the damage it deals out. It's more of the sway of the bullets when you're trying to chase down a fast-moving pilot. And in Titanfall 2, everybody's blazing speed, so it's just a very difficult weapon to use. The Double Take, don't really use it that much, so I don't really have a comment there. The EPG, now, this could be good and it could be bad. Right now, it hits you directly, it's a killer. Boom, you're dead. The splash damage is also going to be getting an increase if they're increasing the damage of this weapon. Maybe you bounce somebody twice and they're dead this time. On to the Thunderbolt. I am super excited about this. If you watch my videos, you've seen me complain about this before. I want to be able to goose pilots in the air with the Thunderbolt. So hopefully this will now be possible and I'll get some great clips to share with you guys. On to the Volt, my favorite weapon, receiving another nerf. Now, I don't know why they're nerfing the Volt once again. It was pretty much in a good place. Personally, I don't feel the need for the nerf of the Volt. Hopefully they don't nerf it too much, otherwise it's just going to be unusable. I think mainly the concern comes from PC players getting just wrecked with it, but on the console it doesn't seem to be that bad. I main the Volt, and I find myself dying a lot of the time to other weapons with them with 1 HP. You could either say that it's perfectly balanced in the current state that it is, or it's been nerfed too much. I'm not sure, but I'm not really happy to see the Volt being nerfed. Another thing, Regen no longer resets pilot loadout names. It's kind of a quality of life thing. Assists count as weapon XP gain. This is something that I'm glad to see. You know, even if you don't get the kill, you're going to gain a little bit of experience. On to one major one I have been complaining about non-stop because I'm a big crybaby, is a nerf to the pilot sentry. Thank you, Respawn, for listening. Now all we need is a nerf to the Hemlock. But a nerf to the pilot sentry is a great start. That thing just requires no skill. The way that it just auto-bots you is just ridiculous. The damage isn't so bad, it's just the fact that that thing will turn around, boom, kill you in a split second. Now, the L-Star will no longer display thermite attached if detonated on friendly Titans. Not so much of a big deal to me, another quality of life change, glad to see it. Fix Ion Vortex Shield Drain being frame rate dependent. Another quality of life thing, hopefully that gives us some better frame rate on console and on PC. Fix bad AI navigation on Complex. Fix collision on Crash Site to prevent players from going into walls. Fix Legion's Overcore not being available after using SmartCore. Fix Fair Fight category is incompatible. Fix various stability issues. So from what they give us here, we're not getting a whole lot in the server update, but they did say that we're going to be receiving more information later on about the upcoming DLC. And we're going to be getting a lot more changes, quality of life, and game balancing changes. I am, however, really happy to see that they're being forward with us and let us know what's going on in advance so we can discuss it and perhaps sway Respawn's decision one way or another. This might not be the perfect balance for the game, but it's good to see that they're slowly moving in the direction that we've been calling for. I know me, myself, with the Pilot Sentry and Amped AWOL and Hemlock, hopefully those ones will be coming in the future. I would definitely be surprised if we don't get some changes there. Let me know what you guys think about these changes in the comment section. And as always, like this video if you like it. Go ahead and dislike it if you dislike it. I do have to apologize for the background noise. It is extremely windy in Honolulu right now. I don't know if you guys watch the news, but there's been a lot of wind warnings and people have been losing power. So luckily enough, I haven't lost power and I'm able to make this video for you guys. Catch you in the next one. As always, I'm Haight. GG, no re.
The art of a good death, until my very last step. The stereo blast past buried gas for breath. The fact I don't care is an invaluable asset. An infallible flow here, not a challenge I haven't met. Forced to find balance in beats and raw talent. Free speech.